You're going to change your position on rape and incest being exceptions for abortion, or are you going to hold fast to that?
In what context? Because I think we're living in a very different world now.
You're against rape. You do
Dobbs.
not like those exceptions. Is that correct?
Again, I'm not sure what you mean by which context. I mean, I think that when it comes to a child, when it comes to a baby, it shouldn't matter the value of their life.
Rape and incest exception.
When it's written into law, I mean, absolutely. But are we talking state level? Or are we talking federal level? I think it's important to have details here.
Former Michigan Congressman and current Senate candidate Peter Meijer isn't sure if he's against victims of rape and incest being forced to carry their attacker's fetus to term. He needs some more context and details about the rape or incest before he really knows if they should be tortured further. He must have missed a memo from his fellow conservatives who are scrambling to go back to acting like they're not for a complete and total ban on abortion.
It's a difficult issue, and we're working through it. This is the third election. It's going to be difficult, and it's going to be awkward, and everybody's kind of got to try to find their voice on it. Democrats demagogue the issue to very effectively.
They're trying to scare, Democrats are trying to scare women into thinking Republicans don't want abortion legal under any circumstances. And I go back to Pennsylvania 2022. The Republican candidate for governor, if I remember correctly, no exceptions for rape, incest, or the mother's life, and lost to a non-incumbent gubernatorial candidate, Democratic candidate, by a margin that was not seen since the 1940s.
So now that they're getting their asses handed to them consistently in the past few elections, they can't openly say that they're completely out of touch. So they have to soften their pitch while still planning to punish women who choose to abort.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah, there has to be some form.
10 cents, 10 years.
I don't know. That I don't know.
Republicans have been celebrating the overturning of Roe versus Wade ever since it was leaked that the Supreme Court would, in fact, overturn that ruling. 21 states banned or restricted the procedure earlier in pregnancy than the standard set by Roe as soon as the decision came down. And many also promoted the fact that it came with zero tolerance. And when Republicans plug their ears and ignore the response from most Americans on the issue, their MAGA king was there to reassure them that being 100% out of touch is the way to go. Also that it's all because of him.
I got rid of Roe v. Wade.
I'm the one that got rid of Roe v. Wade.
I was able to do it, and I was very honored to do it. There, of course, remains a vital role for the federal government in protecting unborn life.
Nobody has ever done more for right to life than Donald Trump. Roe v. Wade, they won. They finally won.
The Iowa bill was signed, and they wouldn't have been able to do anything if I wasn't able to do what I did.
I guess it's just another MAGA Trump principle that they're trying to distance themselves from, as if no one would notice or remember how proudly they supported everything he said. Even Trump's first chief of staff put his face in front of cameras to act like they weren't advocating for complete bans.
How do they stop bumbling on abortion? What's the answer?
Well, number one, the Republicans have to clear up this issue across these states with clear lines, like a 15 to 20 week abortion ban with exceptions for life, incest, and rape, and make it clear. You look at states where that is set in stone, and we don't have these problems. We don't have these problems in Florida. We don't have these problems in Georgia. We don't have these problems in North Carolina. And part of that is because of that particular issue.
Notice how Reince Priebus isn't concerned about the life and safety of victims of rape and incest when accepting that access to abortion is something they've been wrong on for decades. He's openly changing his tune because they keep losing on it. It's the only reason that they're trying to pull the veil back down over everyone's eyes.
Listen, I'm proud to be a pro-life party, but we can win on this message. The American people are where we are, and they want common sense limitations. They want more access to adoption. We want to make sure that there's pregnancy crisis centers. These are things we can win on, but we have to talk about it, and you can't hide in a corner and think abortion's not going to be an issue.